I'm often asked what is my favorite neighborhood here on Ambergris Caye, and I am going to share with you which neighborhood that is. We're going to be going to Spanish Reef today, located about 3.5 miles north of San Pedro town. It's located about a 15 to 20 minute golf cart ride from the heart of downtown. We're located about 15 minutes from Secret Beach, and then very close, about 15 minutes to that up north driving range. So I find this to be a prime location. We've also seen that infrastructure is continuing to go on a northward movement on the north side of the island. So we're located about half a mile from where the pavement of the road stops. However, the road is graded. We do think with the upcoming improvement to the roads and infrastructure that we will see this area get paved sooner rather than later, but there is already electricity here within the Spanish Reef neighborhoods. You will see the electric lines. In addition to that, there is very stable internet in this area. Do note that in Spanish Reef and for any neighborhood, once you go north of the bridge, you're on your own water system. So typically we have rainwater catchment systems. You'll have your own septic. Some folks will have wells or will have some sort of filtration systems, but most commonly what you're going to see is rainwater catchment. Now, if you're buying a house, you can determine how big you want your cistern to be. If you're buying a house, then of course ask the question to see how big that cistern is. Obviously, the size of your cistern is going to depend on how many people are living in your home and what your family water needs are going to be. All right, let's get going. Let's drive through Spanish Reef so you can see this neighborhood. We're going to show you and point out a handful of listings for you to take a look at. Please note they are not all our listings. However, we are very happy to help you if you are interested in ownership of them. I will put links in the description below for you to see the specifics about the property. Anything that's not in the description, please just reach out to us directly, info@lunarealtybelize.com, info@lunarealtybelize.com. And depending on when you're listening to this video, the properties may or may not be available. It is June. No, it's not June. It is March 2025. And we're happy to assist you as you're owning real estate here. So let's get driving. All right, we're at about the 3.5 mile mark. Once you hit residences at Barrier Reef, then you know you're coming into the right area. Residences at Barrier Reef, it's about a 60-unit condo community. There are some resales available here between 1- 2-bedroom units. Really beautiful, all facing the Caribbean on about 4 acres of land. As we continue going north of residences at Barrier Reef, we're hitting a subdivision called Flying Fisherman. This subdivision consists of about 20 to 25 lots. They don't really come up for sale all that often, but something I need to note about this subdivision is there is no road access to the main road here. There was a shortcut that was recently built out. However, this first roadside lot is actually a titled property, so that property owner could come at any point and shut the road. All right, we're nearing the start of the Spanish Reef subdivision, and we're right over here. There's one roadside property for sale that is about $185,000. And then we're going to continue into the subdivision once we turn the corner at the Secret Beach Junction. Casa Semilla de la Suerte. It's a beautiful Airbnb, a Canadian couple that owns it. That is a beautiful property. It goes from road to the beach. And then Stingray Reef Luxury Homes. This is one of my favorite new properties that is under construction right now. It's a 9 luxury home subdivision that is part of the Spanish Reef subdivision, but that one is also road to beach access with that property and 9 really beautifully crafted 3- and 4-bedroom homes. So we're continuing along here. On my left-hand side, you're going to see new construction. This is a convenience store and a gas station that is currently in the works. We're really excited for that because this will be the most northern gas station on the island. Now, you can either continue to go left to Secret Beach, or what we're going to do is we're going to be following the road, and we're going to be heading straight into the Spanish Reef area. Now, I have to admit, I haven't counted all of the lots in Spanish Reef. I can certainly do so, and in the description below, put what it is in total. I'm going to guess about 50 to 60 lots, if that would be my guess. And this has easily become one of the most popular subdivisions on the island because of the really new, beautiful construction that you find in here. So we're just following the main road, and you can either take this left to continue going up north, or you go straight. And as you continue to go straight, we're going to be entering into Spanish Reef. So right in front of us, there's a cute little green casita on stilts. This property has sold. It is one of our Luna clients. We're really excited to have them as part of the neighborhood. Straight ahead, there is Indigo. That is a 3-bedroom condo community, 15 condos in total, all on the beachfront. And we're going to be making this right here into Spanish Reef. All right, so we're heading into the Spanish Reef subdivision. It's about 5 to 6 rows with roads in between, so public easements. Now there's a lot that's for sale about right here to about the electric post, not exact, but this lot, it's 50 by 100. We are third row right now, third row from the Caribbean. This is not my listing, but if there are any properties that we're talking about that are of interest to you, of course, reach out to us. We can get you the details, and of course, we're happy to act as your buyer's agent. But this is a third row in Spanish Reef going for 140. We're gonna continue down this way. And coming up shortly here on our right-hand side, there's going to be, this is a brand new listing. We don't have the listing link up yet, but I'm really excited about this one. It's about where this electric post is over to the left. And this is another about 50 by 100 lot that is going for 110 US. What is unique about this property is the seller is willing to offer financing up to 75%. So you only have to put 25% down over a 10-year period. This is lot number 4522, lot 4522 with 75% financing. Now, right in front of us also is a little corner store called Tienda Escondida. And this is a great little shop where if you forget your eggs, you want a Gatorade, you want a 5-gallon jug of water, you can get it right here. So 5-gallon jugs of water, because I do get asked this regularly, it's about $6.50 Belize, so about $3.25 US, but you can bring it right here and then, of course, get a new one for you. So great lot right over here, and we're going to circle back. There are only a couple more properties left in this subdivision or that are available for resale, so I'm going to point those out to you. All right, we're going to make a loop over here. Oh, well, of course, Tienda Escondida, that actual structure. Let me go a little bit closer to it. So the Tienda Escondida store, it's a store underneath, and then there's living space upstairs. And you're not necessarily able to see it right now, but we are third row from the Caribbean. All right, we're going to continue now and head towards the beach. And the next property I'm going to show you, it's a resale home. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, very modern style. It's an active Airbnb rental as well. It is for sale, going for about 1.1 million, producing cash flow for the owner, and whoever the new owner comes in to be, they can of course keep it in the Airbnb market as well. So you have front row homes on the left-hand side of us. On the right-hand side of me, this is where we have an Airbnb property. It looks like it's being rented, which is great. You do want to see that. So we can see the Everblue home, and then looping back around this house to my left, it's a beachfront home. This one just sold for about 1.5 million. And then we're going to continue right over here. This is an Airbnb Third Coast coming up. This is also beachfront. And then on the right-hand side where you see this wooden gate, this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. It's on a double lot, so it's about 0.35 acres. It's a huge property for this area. So if there's anyone who's interested in that, we can certainly send you the details. New listing for $859. The home, it's about a 20-year home, so it does need a little bit of TLC, but the owner has kept it in really, really good shape. And so the bones are very, very strong. So again, first row homes on our left-hand side, second row homes on our left-hand side. Did I say left twice? Now I don't remember, but as you can see, we are coming up again, another really beautiful home on my left-hand side. This is a private residence. The owners come and go over here. We're going to continue now straight down this area. On my right-hand side, there is some new construction going on. These owners are from Canada. They're fantastic. Every now and again, we pass by them, and they just have their hammock out there between the palm trees. They're waiting for their cabin to get built. And then they said over time, they are going to be building their larger home. On the right-hand side, these are owners who come and go. Left-hand side, he lives here full time. And again, second row property is on my left, first row beachfront on my right. This is a new home that just got constructed. This is a lovely couple from Maryland, and they did a beautiful job with the construction. We do know these owners. They said they bought the 2 lots as a double lot about 20 years ago. So I'm sure they are very happy today with what the prices of real estate are around them. And then on my right-hand side, tucked away in the little corner over there, there's a beachfront home. And this home, I believe it's 3 bedrooms, 3 bath. I'll have to double check on that. It might be 4 bedrooms, but this one's going for close to $900,000. But we're also going to take a trip on the beach side so you can see that. This is a cute home. I love the nautical theme here, this teal home. It reminds me of being on a boat, and I believe that is the concept that they wanted to accomplish. And then this large white home over here, this is called Two Tree, T-W-O-T-R-E-E. This is an Airbnb. It does very well. It just entered the market about a year ago, but this property is very active. And then also, I did not mention as we were driving in, but on my left-hand side, which is the beachfront road, this is the only beachfront property here within the Spanish Reef area. And this property is 50 by 100, and it's going for $350,000. That one is not our listing, but just let us know if it's of interest. And of course, we're happy to represent you as your buyer's agent. We're going to take a trip now to the beach so you can see how close you are to the Caribbean waters. And we make that turn and boom, here we are. So this is the Spanish Reef coastline over here. It is beautiful. It's not uncommon for people just to be packing their lawn chairs and hanging out in this area. It's really, really stunning part of the island. All right, so I wanted to show you the front of that 50 by 100 beachfront lot that's for sale. And so this is an individual home. This is an individual home. And then coming up between this white home and then the Two Tree property, this is the lot that is for sale, 50 by 100 for $350,000. I know the seller is quite firm on their pricing there, but if this is a property that's of interest to you, of course you can reach out. Now we're getting to the beginning of the Two Tree property. And this one, it's the buyer, the owner of this home did a really fantastic job with this property. And then you can see the yellow home that I mentioned to you also. That's the one for sale for close to $900,000. What is nice about that yellow home is that it has an extended seawall already, concrete seawall. So you have extra space there to take advantage of the Queensland. And then right next to that yellow home is where Indigo is. So Indigo, again, is that 3-bedroom, 15-unit complex with a pool. They do rentals. People live there full time, but a small complex. Now we're going to pass on the beachfront side of some of the homes here in Spanish Reef. Within Spanish Reef, you'll see nicer single-family homes. And some of these homes have such unique character and charm to them. This is called the Tree House. This one is the Iguana House. This is the front side of the property I was mentioning that just sold for about $1.5 million. Also approaching Third Coast, which is an Airbnb property. We're going to be approaching, this is the back side, or the front side rather, the Caribbean side of Stingray Reef. The construction has started for the Butterfly Ray residence. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. You can see they're doing the solid block concrete cinder block construction methodology. So it's going to be a very, very durable home. But this is 9 luxury homes in total. All right, we're nearing the end of the Spanish Reef subdivision and coming back into the Flying Fisherman subdivision. But there is one more property that I did want to highlight, which it's a new 6-bedroom villa, steel frame construction that is currently under construction. It's going to be approaching we're going to be approaching it on the right-hand side over here. And this developer, they already have a caretaker's unit that has been completed and a garage underneath. Also, this is the site of where our sales office is for Stingray Reef, which is a luxury home construction. And then we're looping back. Now we're really starting to get into the Flying Fisherman area. This is the Harmony House. It's operating as an Airbnb. And then this is a new build. Now we're really in the Flying Fisherman area over here, but since I have you here, I might as well just take you on the whole grand tour. This is a new build. I believe this is a 2-bedroom home. This owner comes and goes. And then we're approaching a light blue house over here. This is operated as an Airbnb. It's currently being long-term rented out to one of my favorite neighbors up here. This is Al. Say hi, Al. Al's a lovely neighbor to have. They have a fantastic pool right over here as well. This is probably one of the best pools on the island. It has a complete view. Just why don't you loop around here for a second, because look at the view that you have from this pool over here. This was a house that sold Casa Nirvana a few years ago, and it's actually on a double lot, and the owners decided that they were going to add a pool here for their home. But this is a duplex model that can be rented out with the ground floor, the top floor, or all together. And they did add a very nice pool. Right over here, again, now we're in that flying fisherman area, so not quite Spanish Reef, but this is the area that is only accessible by beach, or you can take that shortcut that currently exists, but we just don't know how long it'll be existing for. So now we are coming back to residences at Barrier Reef, which is the point that we started on the roadside. So you can see it is a cute neighborhood between Spanish Reef and Flying Fisherman. And if you're somebody who wants to be close to town, you can be in town in 15 minutes. You can be at Secret Beach in 15 minutes, or you can go up north to that new driving range in 15 minutes. Then this is a really great location to be in. And again, there's just limited inventory right now of what's available within Spanish Reef. Nothing at this point in Flying Fisherman, but I would recommend looking at Spanish Reef if you're liking the area and you're liking what's around. All right, one more for you. Here is a bonus that I did not mention as we were driving around, but here within the Indigo, this is the 15-unit, 3-bedroom condos. There is a ground floor right over there in that second building, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, going for under $500,000. This is a very, very attractive price for anyone who wants to be in this area. I know this last unit right over here sold for a little north of $600,000, so really good pricing for that. This is priced to sell. If you're interested, reach out. We can get you those details at Indigo. Hi, everyone. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your tour of Spanish Reef. Reach out to our team if you have any questions about the properties that you saw here. And in the meantime, we look forward to seeing you in paradise. Bye-bye.